Hello there and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Fall of the Republic playthrough as the Galactic Republic. We have united a lot of the core territory here. I'd like to get down to Fondor if we can, but I also want to build up a little bit in the southern areas here around Camino and Rathana, because if we can take out Hypori, that is going to be quite good for us. Really, taking out a lot of the Techno-Union planets would be helpful. The sector forces at Tibrin and Woostri will stop them from being united between like the Mustafar and Utapau ones, as well as Nilvan. And I guess Hypori is still one planet off, but they can go through Geonosis and Praecelin. But that is probably our best move, because focusing on taking out one of the sub-factions is usually a good idea, especially because we're on hard cruel. So they're going to start incorporating sooner than later. We do have a pretty sizable fleet here at Kuat, which does mean that going into some of the Trade Federation planets will be possible. And that'd be a good way for us to unify our planets as well, especially as we head in towards the era change. But let's go with that. We have we've started splitting up some of our ground forces into different groups, and I think the stuff from Kurita can join Aayla Secura, her army there with... Oh, I guess we can split this into even more. Oops. So Shakti and Plo Koon, then Yoda and Aayla. So this is a good army on its own. You know what? I'm going to switch Yoda and Plo.
That's that.
Construction complete.
This is another decent army. Especially if I can put these lats with it. Production, increase our shipyard, so that's easy enough. There's one there, and there's one there. There are going to be more impactful missions. These were just the 4 simplest ones that I could code in. Well, the Republic has 3, the CIS has 4. But they were just the 4 that we could most easily put in and most reliably put in for the time we had, just to get the basic system in. There's that, and I'm gonna build Kashyyyk up on the ground as well. So get you and Alderaan. That. You already have a trade port. Kamas, you should get a trade port. And some tax centers. Kurita, you are going to be mostly ground production. Dallin, I'm going to put in charge of this Volpter fleet. And this will probably be our Fondor assault force now. So I'm going to put Dallin in the back here as our Pathfinder. Oh, Pathway. 3 Lucre Hulks against all of this. I think we can win. I'm just not sure if we can win without any significant losses. And the shipyard models are actually going to be a bit higher in priority to rework now. There's a lot of fighters just popped out. I mean, only one is just a Q ship, which means it's all lasers, all lasers and then 2 turbo laser batteries. Nope, just regular turbo lasers. Okay, never mind, not quads. But, V-19s going in there, and let's fly on up this way. Y-Wings. I want to kill that. You are a repair ship. I'm going to send it over there. You in there.
One shot, one kill. Watch your fire. Sir, we need you to clear the area.
Alright, that one first. And Arc 170s, you can do that as well. They're not Arcs aren't dedicated bombers, but they can bomb.
Got you on the missile destroyer reporting in. Initiating combat protocols.
Did you mean to click us?
All stations ready.
We might be small, but we back up front.
Okay, and Pelta up through there.
Captain here.
Anyone that's not... None of these are really getting shot at that much.
Missile destroyer here.
And you're getting shot at a bit, so I'm gonna actually go... No, because their firing arc is pretty universal.
All batteries fire. Anyone need repairs?
Actually, you can intercept them, so that's good.
Our acquaintance here.
Arquitens...
Focus fire on that target.
Turbo lasers, turbo lasers, turbo lasers.
Got you on the comm.
Alright, and that turbo laser as well.
Missile destroyer reporting in. All stations ready. Captain here. Battle station.
Alright, turbo lasers on that.
There's nothing.
Fly on out, fly on out. You're still fine.
Targeting enemy.
Quad turbo lasers are down there.
The captain.
Alright, this, just stay there because stuff is going to be coming into your range. I really need more repair frigates for these kinds of fleets. But there's one already down. And let's go for this nun now.
It's here.
Reading you.
If you can get out, that's better.
Destroyer reporting in. They won't escape. Got you on the comm.
Frigate reporting in.
Alright, you're in the repair range. So hopefully that'll be enough to keep it up.
One kill.
Probably not forever, but if nothing else, it can distract from
We have a log. Captain here. Locked on target. Nominal status. Vectoring to the
some of the damage.
reading you. Battle station. Torpedo launcher has been destroyed.
Alright, that's too bad.
At your command.
Alright, let's get these quads.
Coordinates.
Light Corvette here.
Get our Corvette with anti-fighter. U-19s, you're doing your job.
This is the captain. Bearing set.
Let's get that carrier.
Missile destroyer
Give me
here.
an order. We can intercept, Your Highness.
We've reached the base perimeter, sir.
Alright.
Sir, sensors show a squadron of
We're not going to be able to take down the Lucre Hulk shields, but
cannons charged.
I think we lost one acclimator for this, for 2 Lucre Hulks, so... Even on Cruel, I'll take that trade. That was a Trade Federation one. Okay. So yeah, we did want to send in Dallin's force.
As you wish.
Try to take Fondor. And...
Construction complete.
Alright. We got our mission completed. Let's actually check what our government standing is. 59. We've noticed there's a lot of like influence inflation, so it's a bit easier to get to high influence levels than we like. So that's probably timed influence is probably going to be reduced or possibly even removed, or just make it so that it's just like right. We've already made it so that instead of being like 5, 15, and 25 weeks, it's like 15, 25, 30. We've stretched it out significantly so you don't just overflow immediately. But especially as other influence modifiers come in, we are probably going to make it so that you don't get as much. Heroes don't have the
Moving into positions on your command.
full vision, so there we go.
Cruiser standing by. Ready for attack.
Which one was this? This is just a Carrack. Alright, and 2 regular Invincibles.
Reinforcements cancelled. Plot our course.
We'll keep Tender Warlord Star and Clones Eat Free on top of the Invincibles. Echinacea will be tending to Jax's Chariot.
Issue a command.
And Vampire. Perfectly balanced. Want to be a Venator when I grow up. Come at me, bro.
Copy that, sir.
Cattle market.
Sir,
And regular Arquitens.
we're on the move.
Your orders? Taking the offensive.
Missile destroyer reporting in.
All lights are green.
And again, if you would like to get a ship in the playthrough, and these are just for the playthrough, then there's details on that in the description if you missed that in the first few episodes.
Your orders? We need you to take them out.
All stations ready.
Standing by.
All lights are green.
Alright, Dallin.
We might be small, but we back up.
Ready for command. Your orders? One kill.
Okay, stop here now. Taking out their main fleet. There is a Providence coming in.
Ready to commence.
All lights are green.
So I'm kind of worried about that.
For command. Stand clear. Attack. Requesting main cannons charged. Reinforcements have
You've got
arrived.
the captain.
We have everyone hitting that, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Missile destroyer here. Initiating combat protocols.
Cruiser here. We've got fighters.
Delta here. Who needs fixing? We can do that.
Sir, we've lost the squad. All lights are green.
Missile destroyer reporting in.
Ready for command. Taking the offensive.
Right. If they try to retreat from this one, I probably won't stop them either. Just like last time. I think these are mostly garrison forces. But I want to make sure we don't lose many units. Like, I'm more concerned with keeping our units alive than killing a lot of theirs at the moment. And that'll change more as the campaign goes on. But for the moment, our units are more valuable.
Awaiting your orders, sir.
Alright.
Ready for command. Preparing assault salvo.
Let's move this bucket.
Stand clear.
Ready for attack
Right,
orders.
you want to just kill that?
At your command.
And
On my way, Commander. As
come
you
on
wish,
in.
Commander. Consider it history.
Your orders? Main cannons.
Okay, time to head in towards the shipyard with the main dreadnoughts. I think the rest of our ships can handle the remains of this fleet.
Ready to commence. They won't be back for the sequel.
Was that another Providence? Yes, it was.
All lights are green.
Alright, so I'm going to stop you there.
Delta frigate reporting in.
Pelta, get in.
Ready for command.
Just stop. Entirely stop.
Your orders? Plot our course. We failed.
Everyone else, up more. Attack it, except for you, who I actually want
Choose us.
to repair.
Orders, sir.
Cruiser, standing by. Training weapons on target.
We might be small,
Carrying us
but we
apart.
back up.
We need you to take them out.
You've got the captain.
My hull is
Our
critical.
quickest here.
Missile destroyer reporting in. They won't escape.
Alright.
Delta frigate here.
Okay, we should be in range to repair
Delta responding.
soon.
On you.
And I think it'll stack with the two of them.
All stations ready.
All lights are green.
Arc 170s for it.
I'm transmitting the coordinates to you now.
Ready for attack orders.
Dallin, get up there.
Ready for command.
You hit the station as well.
Where are we headed? Fire, sir.
Missile destroyer here. We have a lock.
Fire for maximum effect.
Part of weapons. Alright, and I think we need these extra ships after all. So let's get the Acclimator some help.
Your orders? All lights are green.
At your command.
Target at maximum firepower.
You've got the captain.
Alright, go in.
Cruiser ready for combat. The
Go
war
in.
is
Our
ours.
acquaintance here. They're not gonna be needing those shields.
Missile destroyer reporting in.
Ready for command.
Alright, assault on the shipyard is underway.
Mines, repairs, we got you covered.
All stations ready. Ready to commence.
Dallin, back off a little bit.
Both your squad mates have been destroyed. I'm not sure how much longer we can hold
We might
on.
be small, but we back up a bunch.
Alright, I think we need to stop this while it's hitting
Destroyer here.
Dallin.
Awaiting your orders,
Crap.
sir.
He's getting hit from both sides.
We'll take the fight.
Dual turbo laser.
Missile destroyer reporting in.
Alright, I think Dallin's actually okay.
Did you mean to choose us?
But let's bring them over there just in case. And you are turning around to clear that out. Good.
Your orders. Ready for attack orders.
Take out that fighter.
Cruiser, standing by.
Alright. Good stuff.
Mines, repairs, we got you covered.
All lights are green. Moving into attack position.
Okay. Yeah. Charge on off after him.
Ready for command.
Here goes the station, the shipyard.
Preparing assault salvo. Stand clear.
Nice. Alright. It's all just garrison stuff.
You've got a fighter on your tail. Take out that fighter.
A nice successful assault on Fondor to start us off. And no losses. Very successful. So we will need to pick our army for this. Mace and Obi-Wan. I do want to put this army into it.
Master Yoda can provide me
Uh,
sufficient challenge.
You have a lat. Do you have artillery? Does anyone have artillery?
Enemy fleet approaching.
Alright, well I guess I'll just do it with this.
Follow me.
Invading Ryloth. I think we kind of have to just give that up. But here at Araidu, I am going to try to get
Constructing.
some economics going while I can.
Unit in production.
Ooh, there, we are getting artillery.
Tactical battle imminent.
I'm just going to retreat there.
Moving in the target zone.
Alright. Because with the artillery, that's really the main thing we want here. And I really want to make sure we don't lose Kuat. So I'll do that and build a second one. The second one reduces the cooldown, because that's a pretty common question on some of the videos. You don't get to fire like two different guns. It's the same thing. It's just faster. I think it's a 50% increase as well. It was pretty good. Definitely worth it.
Let's do this.
All right, this is another victory point.
Reinforcements.
Lat, artillery,
Reinforcements on
Obi-Wan,
There's no such thing as luck, only skill.
and saber tanks.
unit capacity.
All of our clones were already down when we brought in Obi-Wan, but
Sensor node constructing. On it. Construction complete.
the Eta 2 has been retextured actually, so we'll be able to put them in with the proper drop ships for the Jedi in the next update. There's been a fair bit that's actually been done or is being worked on for that, so some that's less important for Fall of the Republic, like the Marauders. They do show up, but they're fairly rare. But other stuff, like I'm working on the DP-20 gunship. Bob did the new texture for
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't
the
trust
Eta 2, which should show up in a lot of places. Then there's stuff like just bugs that have been fixed, like the issue with starbase explosions on retreat killing Jedi starfighters, which was a very niche issue that came up pretty quickly, as well as the V-wing or V-19 lacking a texture. It was an issue with the rig that we didn't notice in testing. We're pretty sure it was working. But something must have broke in the last few days before release. But either way, that's all being worked on. Alright, let's get our artillery in place to just shell them from there. You guys drop And
I'd work on my defensive forms if I were you.
let's get some PDFs. Obi-Wan, you want to run on in there?
Yet, old friend.
A6, ATTE.
Didn't you once boast that you could defeat Master Yoda?
Alright, let's keep moving in. I'm going to try to keep the lap back a little bit. Obi-Wan, come around this side. Juggernaut. ATTE.
The Force is my ally. Hello there.
Alright, here we go.
Our wing squadron reporting. Gold squadron commencing attack.
If they want to preserve their units, let's make sure they can.
Judged your skills.
And I'm going to move the rest of this into a place where it can help hold them off.
Base is under attack. Targets engaged.
Will they make it? They did. Alright. Okay, I think we can get some shots on that. Artillery definitely feels like it's in a better place right now. It's very powerful, but it's also easy enough to destroy, and it... They used to come in 2 per company. That was definitely too much. But I think the way they're currently set up is fairly well balanced. Especially if you have like any access at all to flying units, which tend to be a little bit more common, and themselves are balanced a little bit better as well. Like they're not in base game, they could just win every battle all the time because very little could shoot at them. There's another issue that I feel like comes up a lot in Clone Wars mods. There we go. Made it into the base, but still took the reinforcement point or the victory point. We would like to reinstitute the actual animations that show like the transition to controlling it. Those broke when making some of the other types, but
What are we waiting for?
okay, I'm kind of worried about moving the Kuat fleet is really the problem. But we probably should. What is our mission situation looking like? Bolstering support, we need to take Bimisari, which we're not going to be able to do anytime soon. Right now, that's actually chosen at random. In stockpile credits, right? The mission to take a planet, it's chosen entirely at random. We would like to change that as well.
Constructing. Beginning construction.
You and you.
Beginning construction.
Because right now you can get them and it's very difficult to actually take some of the planets.
Beginning construction.
So we're aware of that. We want to resolve that if we can.
Under construction.
Actually, Kashyyyk, we really do need to focus just on ground defense. Bing Clan has taken Gravlik's Med. This fleet... Oh, right. This fleet doesn't need to be there. So we can actually put them at Kuat.
Of course, Your Highness.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Rusan... We're not going to be able to defend that in space. So let's keep it that way, and we'll start pushing towards Kashyyyk with this fleet. Prevent any droid attacks on Wookiees. Because they can get to Humbereen, but losing over Humbereen isn't a huge deal. Another trade-fed fleet. But yeah, losing over Humbereen, not ideal, but not the end of the world. Here we've got the entire CIS hero roster. We have had some discussions on possible ways to prevent the AI from wanting to attack with all their heroes together. It's kind of difficult with how Empire War works, but there are some ideas that we have for it. A few things Bob is going to try. The base game hero attach system, he says, is kind of funky sometimes, but it's probably something we're going to try. Let's see if we can kill any of these leaders. I really think the Droideka think they can take the landing zones. I guess it works as trying to like secure them as well, but run in. Alright, get out of there. This is probably going to be a bombing run on this area, which is going to be really nice for them. Less nice for us. Ooh, and they have that. Okay. Let's get one of them. It's gonna die before it gets in here, but just gonna see if we can. Nope. Poor guy. Alright, rather than wasting our time on that, we're not gonna get much. Just let him have the planet. That was one bombing run away from being annihilated. We didn't have the forces to do a direct fight either. There's gonna be some losses like that. Just have to accept it. Hope for the best, move on. Let's see if we can do anything at Telti here. So who's this Pathfinder? Just a regular Arquitens. They do have a Providence here, but the rest of these are Auxilias. Are there any captors? This is a captor. There's a captor. I think it's 2 captors. Alright. Well. Invincible. 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 Just wanted to take the initial burst of missiles from them before dropping in our Praetor. And these are carriers, right? Yes. So carrier, carrier, carrier. We'll put this 327th Bane right there. Baby Star Destroyer. I want it to be far back enough that it's protected. And backed about over that Invincible. Then we've got 2 Assault Peltas, so Fenrir and the O'Neill. And just for some extra support, we've got some Anti-Fighter. We can put in a Carrick, which is also some decent Anti-Fighter. Alright, there we go.
Got you on the comm. All lights are green. Main cannons charged. Captain here. Locked on target. Reading you. Nominal status. Ready for command.
Ram it a little bit, you know.
Taking the offensive. We might be small, but we
Right, you have decided you don't want to attack anyone useful, which I can't say I agree with, but if that's the direction you want to go, literally. Nope, that got away. Crap, there's still more. Those bastards swapped it. You realize you're not helping at all, right? Alright, kill that before it can jump out. Nice. No, just kill those fighter. That's good. That carrier is a problem. There we go. Alright, we've got a lot of damage down on these guys. You are repairing. That's actually in range, so that's good. I'll just move it up a bit. We can start moving some of them up a little bit further. This Munificent should be next. Puts out good damage, very easy to kill though. There, power to weapons. You can also power to weapons. And you can power to weapons, because none of you are getting attacked. Alright, let's pull this Pelta out. 16. We can get another arc potent, so I'm going to do that right behind him. Alright, Golans are actually kind of scary in Fall of the Republic. Ooh, they're still bringing in stuff.
Ready for command. Your orders? Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Plot our course. All lights are green. Destroyer ready. All fighters approaching directly ahead.
Alright, get that one.
Ready for command.
You're right there, right there. Nope.
Safety check complete.
Let's kill those. Get our fighter, or anti-fighter up in the middle. You can come up a bit. I'll pull this Pelto away. I'll move you back into where the back to boat's gonna be. We can't retreat from this, or else we're gonna lose the Praetor. All right, let's bring this acclimator back around, and keep going through there. We can bring in more carriers farther away from that Golan. Get that missile launcher. We're both going to go for that. And you can still fight in this area. Alright. So let's make sure these ships are still doing stuff. We've still got another CR-90 that can get over here. Alright. Missile launchers. There we go. I was really thinking this fleet would be just amazing for everything, but it's going to be fairly reduced even after this. Right now the interdiction mines don't actually stop single unit retreat, which is why I'm not deploying them. I probably should, just for when they want to eventually leave, but I don't know how many they have in reserve. So I'm kind of scared to stop that. But that is another bug that's going to be fixed for the next update, which shouldn't be too far out, a couple weeks.
This is the captain. Nominal status.
Because we are trying to do releases very often for the mod.
At your service.
Alright, I think we can put the mine out. And it shouldn't be in too much danger here.
All lights are green. Preparing assault salvo.
Here, let's kill the stuff that's low. And we do have
Vectoring to the enemy.
we had some shields back on that.
We might be small, but we pack a punch.
Okay, don't leave the map trying to chase stuff that's retreated.
Prepare for combat. You've got the captain. They're not going to be needing those shields.
I'm out of control.
What's the order?
CR90s over here, that's where more of the fighters are. They don't actually have
Ready for command.
much else. Alright,
Your orders?
now let's get this goal in.
Battle stations. Choose your reinforcements.
And I'm gonna move an acclimator in to go after this shipyard. While we finish off over here. Alright, a couple losses, but we've taken out a good amount of the Trade Federation fleet. They've probably got a few more fleets out there, but that's a them problem.
Locked on target. Orders. Stand clear. This is
And by them problem, I mean a me next episode problem. Do we want to stop them from retreating? No. There's not really anything to stop. I feel like looking back, I should have just stopped that first episode or first battle retreat. So I think we could have just taken out that acclimator or that Lucre Hall without losing anything. But we lost an Invincible, an Acclimator 1, Architens, Carrick, and Corellian Corvette. That's not actually that bad considering what we killed. It's not ideal, but it could have been worse. And I think that's actually where we're going to leave it for this episode. Next episode, we'll probably take Telti, Deconeomoidia, and Mimban, which will leave the Trade Federation with a few planets in the mid to outer rim, but nothing super powerful. Cato-Neomoidia will probably take after that, and that'll protect some of these core world sector forces, the two important ones, Rendili and Corellia, because they're going to join us, and that'll be great. I'd prefer to have them join us and not have them lose. These have actually managed to stay alive longer than I thought. I really thought the Commerce Guild would be after them more. But either way, hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye.